graduates, colleagues, family, friends, loved ones, all gathered, I offer you a most sincere welcome as we gather here to celebrate these graduates for their effort. But they, the graduates, have asked me to express powerful sentiment of this moment for them. And to do so, I will take the words of one of the classmates. Matt Luo has penned a poem, Walking Across the Stage. A journey in inches that took me years, from convocation to commencement. They called us one by one, and we went, trying, failing to hold back the tears. We shake hands with the head of school, hear 100 bursts of applause. They say we can't loiter or pause, as if we'd obey this last rule. But the Alla Viva is a kilowatt. Caps get tossed and are replaced by cigars. The dream ends by the time we get to the cars. I see nothing, but I am hearing quite a lot. Please allow me to gather all of the individual and collective sentiment, the hopes and the love and appreciation in this humble word of prayer. God in heaven, we thank you. We thank you for the wonderful gifts of these young people and their trials and their efforts and their success and their awareness. Most of all, we are thankful of their awareness of the gift of love, love that they hold for one another as classmates, love that they hold for these grounds, and reciprocally, the love that we hold for them as the adults who have had a hand in their lives. This has been a gift to us through your grace. Amen. Please rise for the national anthem. Please be seated.
Let me add my welcome to that of Mr. Onions to the 157th commencement exercises of the Petty School and the final and celebratory gathering of the class of 2025. A few people to thank. First, thank you, parents, for the loan of your children, for the tuition you paid, for the support you provided, for the partnership that you gave to all of us in this journey with your children. To the faculty and staff, thank you, and I wish that you would all rise in recognition of their work. And that's a chain of faculty and staff from the time a student first inquires about Petty, to the admissions process, to coming onto campus, getting laptops, being fed, living in dorms that are safe and cooled and heated, having medical attention when you need it, having a campus that's amazingly well kept, especially when it's most difficult to keep it at 2 a.m. on a February morning when someone's moving snow, and it's not me, to the connection that your parents make with the Alumni and Development Office, to the connection you're about to make to the Alumni Development Office, to every function of this school that is designed with one purpose in mind: to support your journey. Last night we heard really a phenomenal account from Matthew of what that journey means to you, and I won't try to best that at all. Thank you to the Board of Trustees, many of whom are here today, who, if people do lie awake at night concerned about Petty, it's the trustees who take care of the school and guard it and provide long-term guidance to it, especially in the persons of our board chair, Doug Davidson, who is with us today. And thank you to the juniors, the sophomores, and the freshmen, your turn will come, for supporting the class of 2025. As I said on Prize Day, nobody earns a prize at Petty alone. They earn the prize supported by the people who are around them. And no senior class graduates alone. They graduate upheld by the 3 classes behind them. So thank you, juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. And then finally, thanks in all of those, or those in all those categories, who came before us and who left us the school that we are today. You don't know them, I don't know many of them, but it is because of them that we are here. So class of 2025, this is all about you. You are a nice class. In fact, you're a very nice class. And while that idea might have been born in my brain as I was writing this speech, because I'm often not the most perceptive of people, I checked with colleagues of mine, and the sense was, yes, they're a very nice class. In fact, we think it is a distinguishing aspect of your identity. But what is nice? Is it like, hey, nice? All right? Is it a synonym for sweet? Like, that's sweet. Will you tell your family who could not be here, well, yeah, he said we were nice, big deal, that's the best he could think of, nice? For me, the integral parts of your niceness are your kindness, your compassion, your inclination to help make life better, and your sense of the fair and the right. This morning, I want to focus on your journey and the ways you, in large part because of that niceness, have changed and changed with Petty, and what being part of that journey has meant to me as a fellow traveler in your 1, 2, 3, or 4 years. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about what I hope for our shared future. So you began your Petty experience with fireworks. You're the only class anybody can remember who began their experience with fireworks, and that was primarily in celebration of returning to the most normal state we had seen since March 2020. We organized those fireworks to celebrate the opening of the 2021-22 school year. In truth, we did not then know that you were nice. It was a risk. Early in the fall, you were part of our first DEI Day, and over time you have helped make these days and the various aspects of diversity of this community a discussion that binds rather than divides. Petty has long said that we want diversity in all aspects of identity, except excitement, curiosity, and character, where we want very little diversity, and you have given us very little diversity in those categories. You meet that standard, and now we spend more energy learning about each other, and at Ms. Burton's urging, you became leaders in our 11th and 12th DEI days this year. You participated in the return to in-person competition on Blair Day, and the run-up to it, culminating with our first outdoor blue-gold chapel that crisp November day. Mr. Sinigalaro said, quote, this is reading from the Petty News, the authoritative source of all things Petty, quote, it was so special that one of my colleagues mused later, the only thing missing, chapel, was the chapel, end quote. That was not destined to have a long life, Outdoor Blair Day, but there was one more. We didn't win that day. Sorry to dwell on that, sorry to bring that fact up. We didn't win that day, but one of your members recalled it this way, quote, "The school spirit was incredible and I loved all the blue and gold," said Lena Merchandani. Quote, "It was a great experience as a freshman and I'm so excited for my next Blair Day," she said. You also enjoyed taking part in different cultural and religious holidays. And over 4 years, you have led the growth of Diwali, Lunar New Year, Mid-Autumn Festival, and the Dia de los Muertos, and other cultural festivals and holidays that have added to Christmas, Rosh Hashanah, Ramadan, and Memorial Day, to name a few. You have shown your sincere interest in learning about cultures and celebrations that are new to you. The winner of 21-22 brought indoor sports, strangely still with masks. Some of the more memorable competition scenes exist in that yearbook. It was the last, most visible vestige of an extraordinary COVID routine. And spring brought the commencement of the class of 22, whose yearbook theme, quote, "Beauty through resilience," captured the joy they felt of having survived and having had a commencement which was much on the minds of that class. You, as witnesses to your first commencement, were aware. You thought at the close of that year, what can we do to help show that beautiful sense of community? And so you returned in the fall of 2022, which brought the opening of the newly renovated Arts Center and the Ding Music Hall. Lots of celebration, and also the introduction of the All-Star Steinway Concert Grand. Frankly, I've never seen as much excitement about an instrument as I saw about that. But that excitement was well surpassed by your ability to breathe life into it. Meanwhile, the arts flourished even more powerfully in their new homes. Blair Week, Blue and Gold Outdoor Chapel, number 2, Blair Day at Home, you helped keep the cup here. And you were here for the return of the homecoming dance to celebrate that victory, the first in many, many years. You built on that dance 2 years later when you again brought the cup home. You showed a determination to rebuild athletic teams, and you contributed success to that year, making great progress in some areas and showing resilience in others. In the calm after the storm, which was the theme of the Old Gold and Blue that year, you started to reimagine ways to do things, and you became, as sophomores, more insistent on sharing concerns about stress and how to management. In that calm, you began to ask if perhaps a new calm could be achieved. Now more than half the school did not know Petty before the pandemic, and you helped turn that ignorance into a gift, seeing more completely the chance to begin anew. You returned for your junior fall in 2023, and almost all of you are on campus by now. We returned to a renovated Austin Colgate, sadly, just after any of you could have lived there. But you did get to perform and listen in the Ding, right? It was the fall of new rules and regulations, I'm sure you'll recall them, and your patience and generosity, that niceness I mentioned earlier, were certainly tested. After a long day in Blairstown at the end of the term, Blair eked out a tie, and believe me, being standing next to Peter Curran at the time, they knew how lucky they were. The year also revealed historic success with PSIT, I think winning the first time in many, many years, wrestling, track and field, girls tennis. ACE analysts began competing very successfully. First robotics competition got its first trip to the Einstein round. For those of you who aren't first robotics groupies, the Einstein round means you're in the top 24 teams in the world out of 16,000 teams. But you got there and you celebrated, and then you helped us through the heartbreak of Mr. Meredith's passing. We got through it because we relied on each other, and your kindness and support were essential. The class of 2024's yearbook called us to, in one of my favorite themes ever, saying nothing against your theme, to be the artists of our own lives. I thought that was just magnificent. And I liked yours too. And you left for your junior summer keenly aware of that power in all of us, and you were moved by that niceness. So we get to the fall of 2024. The fitness and exercise opens and is a mecca, and you are leaders in that pilgrimage. And you welcome your PG classmates. And you welcome a new schedule, the result of Ms. Rodriguez and the curriculum committee is doing lots of research and design. So effective, it might have been done in design research in the ISO lab, but I think it was actually done in the curriculum committee. You lead Petty's election education program in October and help us stay informed, while you also keep the discussion civil and rational. People, meaning in my world, other heads, ask me how we are coping with all the division, and I say, no, the kids are being good to each other without ignoring the issues. It's pretty simple. You led a tremendous Blair week with a legendary blue-gold chapel to boot, and then a victory, making your Blair Day tally, and wait for it, 2, 1, and 1. I almost brought the cup with me, but one hates to commercialize something as noble as that. We have a PSIT win again, and you lead some teams in each season to some of their best games or seasons during your tenure. FRC comes together under Mr. Tackett's leadership to rebuild and returns to the Einstein in a remarkable run. This year, as seniors, you have wished all of your peers would join community events with the passion they bring to Blair Week. Yet you also deal with the demands of busy schedules. You feel there is little time to enjoy the community you have helped build. You are concerned about the stress of high expectations, significant workloads, and never enough time, although you admit the new schedule is a big improvement. As last year, there were 3 tremendous performances on stage, 3 exceptional gallery shows, 3 remarkable concerts. I want to make special mention of this spring's play, and I did write these words before I heard Ms. Watkins' speech last night. That is Thornton Wilder's Our Town, the central theme of which is the glory and the magic of everyday life, and the importance of being in the moment to appreciate it. This speaks of your yearning for balancing our hopes for the future with the happiness of being together now. Was it kismet that this was the spring play your senior year, or chance? Either way, it's a potent reminder. From the ridiculous, you had the school's first senior skip day at a mall, and the most predictable schedule of Saturday classes, except for those decades when we had Saturday classes all the time. To the significant, you have seized the chance to sign Mr. Kramer's wall, the first class to be so invited, but not all of you have done it, and there's not much time left. To the sublime, you had the longest senior celebration week anybody can remember. You have finished well and finished very nicely. Why have you been this nice? First, I think you are an unusually kind and helpful group of people by temperament. Second, I think we encourage strong community engagement, and that appeals to you. But I also think you have come of age amidst rancor, and you don't want it to continue. This is who you have been as a class, and too much analysis might spoil the simple fact that you are nice. So what do I hope your future, our future, will be? I've said on this occasion before that there are 3 sounds we hear routinely that are the only sounds of the earth that have always been present, even before there was anyone to hear them: the wind, the rain, and the thunder. These sounds are often hidden in the cacophony of modern life, but consider that they have never left us, and they define important parts of our natural life cycle. Similarly, I believe there are fundamental moral standards that have always been clear in the minds of the most humane among us. History shows us that more self-serving priorities often obscure them. And history also shows us that it has taken centuries and even millennia for their widespread acceptance. That doesn't mean they're not true. They are, and these 3 standards are: do right, number 1. Number 2, be courageous when you need to be against opposition of the right. And number 3, be steadfast even when others can't see the right. There are many, many heroes whose lives offer clarity around those standards. The 3 of my favorites are the 19th century German philosopher Immanuel Kant, the humanitarian Harriet Tubman, and U.S. President Abraham Lincoln. Do right. Kant was an interesting man whose writings are the result of a feverish overflow of thought late in his life. Among other seminal ideas, he argued that duty calls us to treat people as ends in themselves and not to exploit them as means to serve our interests. He referred to the world as a kingdom of ends, not a kingdom of means. There is great joy in treating people this way, and you know that. It is also a premise of the truth that nice guys don't generally finish last. Be courageous. Harriet Tubman taught us that doing the right, treating people as ends and not means, sometimes takes extraordinary courage because, one, there may not be many who will help you, or at least at first, and you may have to put yourself at great risk. And two, any tangible reward or recognition you receive is often long delayed or even non-existent in your lifetime. And number three, don't give up. Abraham Lincoln learned that the path to justice, to doing the right, can be grueling, impossibly difficult, and met with outright opposition from capable, apparently educated, and committed people who just don't see the right. We survived as a nation because he would not give up. A thinker, a hero, and a leader, and all pointing you and me to how we will meet the challenge of our time. And I would add you, class of 2025, to that list of exemplars. So, checking the program. Class of 2025, I am honored to have shared Petty with you. I think we are all honored to have shared Petty with you. I am honored to be leaving with you. I wish for you a career as happy and as fortunate as I have enjoyed. Should you wish it, a partner and family as extraordinary and loving as mine are. And the kind of profoundly happy life I am lucky to enjoy. God bless you, Godspeed, and alla viva. Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. It is now my privilege and honor to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2025, Junting Justin Wang.
Thank you all for being with us today to celebrate the class of 2025. To all the seniors, congratulations, we are almost out of here. No more visitation policies, reach requests, or the long walk from athletic center parking lot to morning classes. To all the underclassmen, I was once in your shoes, praying for graduation to end. But I've since appreciated the value of these speeches, not just their laughs and stories, but their deeper reflections about how Petty irrevocably changes us. That change, I've come to realize, operates like a concept from Mr. LeBon's economics class, compound interest. While you're still holding your long positions in the Petty stock, I suggest finding ways to make this place pay dividends. For all of us at Petty, instead of earning compound returns on money, we earn it on ourselves. Specifically, our thinking, our experiences, and our relationships. Let's start with our thinking, which often pays the slowest but most powerful returns. In junior winter, I read the overstory in Mr. Otadi's English class. It's a sprawling novel about trees and the people trying to save them. Some characters fight for forests in scientific conferences and draw attention to the cause by blocking roads, while others even go full vigilante and set logging equipment ablaze. A lawyer, one of the main characters, proposes granting rights to trees, just like how humans have universal rights. At first, I laughed. Tree rights? What's next? Trees filing taxes or voting in swing states? Most of my classmates raised an eyebrow too. After reading 600 pages of tree-related drama, I was pretty much done with trees and mentally selling off that stock. Then spring break came, and I received my report card. Mr. Otadi left me 2 suggestions. First, he said, be more charitable toward texts, thinkers, and unfamiliar ideas. Second, he wrote, avoid the pitfalls of scientism. That is, don't assume science has a monopoly on knowledge. Humanities, Mr. Otadi said, are a valuable route toward knowledge and wisdom. Coincidentally, even Ms. Frachkowska, my freshman chemistry teacher, told me to appreciate the humanities. When your science teacher tells you to appreciate poetry, it's like parents encouraging you to quit Harvard and pursue your startup. You better pay attention. So I reconsidered. One of the characters in the overstory was devastated when he found out that for every 10 trees he planted, 1 tree would be cut down. Initially, I had thought, that's a great return. A 10-to-1 growth ratio? Sign me up. Unless we're talking about some new meme coin. But then I saw what I missed, the social and cultural implications. That 1 tree might be ancient or sacred to a local community. The tree could be much taller, providing greater shade or more beautiful scenery. It might be located somewhere ecologically critical. Sometimes, a 10-to-1 numerical gain is actually a net cultural loss. This reframing, this mental compounding, paid off. I ended up using the overstory in my senior thesis. I even wrote about tree rights in my college personal statement. And now here I am telling you about it. Maybe by our 25th reunion, we'll learn that Petty added a Bill of Rights for trees on Center campus. Our consideration of the societal and cultural calculus will continue to have compounding effects beyond Petty into the world. Second, beyond thinking, there's experience, our most stable asset class. Here's a story about experience. In the spring of my freshman year, I received an email from Mrs. Vela regarding a new student investment committee. I knew virtually nothing about investing, but I applied anyways. No interviews, no rec letters, just a 150-word essay. Low risk and unknown potential returns. Still, I got in. If you haven't heard of the investment committee, it's probably because Mr. LeBon's favorite quote, pursue excellence, not attention, was our operating principle. Under his guidance and with Petty alumni support, we started learning, really learning. We read One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch, studied markets, analyzed companies, and yes, invested real money. Suddenly, it wasn't theoretical anymore. We weren't just managing a hypothetical fund. We were stewards of a real slice of the endowment. Our performance actually mattered. Talk about pressure, our returns were literally part of Petty's finances. 3 years later, I still feel like a novice, but that's how you know you're growing. The more I learn, the more I realize that there's more to learn. These days, I read research reports for fun and check the markets before breakfast. All that from a 150-word application in my freshman year. That's the thing about experience. It has exponential growth potential. Whether you have seized opportunities through EXP, the Arts Committee, Petty Checkmates, or the Young Entrepreneurs Club, these amazing, quirky, surprising experiences are launching exponential growth curves in all of you. And finally, I'd like to talk about compounding interest in relationships, the most volatile but high growth asset in our portfolio. When I joined the robotics team, I was terrified of the machines, especially the horizontal bandsaw, a device that looks like it belongs in a horror movie. But I stuck with it, mostly because of how much fun we had at our first event. It wasn't glamorous, it was hot, crowded, and my back ached from the bleachers. But we won, and we screamed our lungs out. I mean, who doesn't love winning? But more than the wins, I remember the people. We were chaotic. Our cheering was so loud people nearby would preemptively cover their ears. We were goofy, singing Hamilton songs completely out of tune on the bus rides. We were sleep-deprived and unfiltered. I'll never forget a dinner at Moe's when Michael, class of 23, confidently declared that honey is a state of matter. He will never live that down. And we were resilient. In the 2024 district championship, we clawed our way through the playoffs and dramatically seized victory. A glorious moment for Petty, the first team in Mid-Atlantic history to win 3 championships in a row. the stadium shook from our cheers. I'm pretty sure we all lost our voices chanting "A la Viva." Even when I eventually transferred from the engineering to finance subteam, robotics kept pulling me back. I was calculating robot climber physics on the whiteboard during Mr. Cook's linear algebra class. Instead of telling us to stick to the syllabus, Mr. Cook joined in. That's the kind of place Petty is. People meet you where your passions are. This past year, we all contributed to Petty's glory. Our collective effort won the Potter Kelly Cup on Blair Day. Girls tennis had an undefeated season. And the Petty team won state champions in the National Personal Finance Challenge. And the relationships, they compound. Alumni still show up to robotics events. Hibiscus from the class of 22 still helps us design our team logos. And many of my closest friends, some of whom came back here today as alums, started as teammates, dorm mates, classmates. Our shared time became shared history, and the value of that history is priceless. But it's not just about the big moments that compound. It's the ordinary ones. The games you played, the lazy lunches, the New York City trips, the midnight conversations, even the naps you took when you definitely should have been writing a paper. Everything you've done here has grown into who you are today. Time, your most valuable currency, was spent, saved, and invested here at Petty. And those 5 minutes of talking with a friend, or 5 hours working on a team project, will yield returns for years to come. So as you continue your journey at Petty or beyond, spend your time wisely, diversify your portfolio, and every now and then, make a risky investment in someone or something you care about. I've always struggled with endings, so I turned to my friend Jerry, who graduated last year and has a true talent for writing. He suggested the following idea: nothing lasts forever. Everything is temporary, including this moment. But maybe we can see this from another perspective. Maybe the ending is the proof that something was real. All of the thinking, experiences, and relationships here at Petty will exist forever, as something that has shaped us into who we are in the present, and as memories that will keep compounding in meaning in the future. Thank you to the teachers who challenged us, the parents who believed in us, the staff who supported us, and the classmates who made this journey at Petty invaluable. To the class of 2025, our value has never been higher. Our future is a bull market. Let's invest in it boldly. A la Viva.
So this section of the program is headed awarding of prizes, and we've got several prizes to give. The first few prizes, the first 3, are prizes, awards made to adults. The remainders are going to students. And with the exception of these prizes will be self-evident, as you understand. The first prize is the John Green Allison Zader Beyond the Call Award. Sorry, it's an award. It is my privilege to present the John Green and Allison Zader Beyond the Call Award, which was established by John and Allison and bestowed upon an individual staff member whose distinguished service represents our school's shared community values. Arriving at Petty in September 2018, this individual started in a part-time role that has grown exponentially over the last 7 years. On any given day, you'll likely see him flying around campus on a golf cart, and the destination could be anywhere. He may be bringing water to the girls' soccer field to ensure our athletes stay hydrated, or on his way to fix a broken chin strap on the football sideline. The baseball infield may need an additional bag of Speedy Dry to remain playable, or the crowd control fencing on Blair Day may need to be adjusted. Of course, there are also those less visible yet still critically important jobs, washing basketball uniforms through the night for guest schools at PSIT, patrolling the grounds as a security guard in the evening to ensure our campus remains safe. Over the last several months, it's likely you've seen him touring prospective softball families through campus. Many would argue, however, he's best known for greeting our student athletes with a smile, their uniform, and some words of encouragement on game day. No matter the role, he brings warmth, enthusiasm, professionalism, and most of all, a magnetic energy that seems to draw out the best in people. As one colleague in his department stated, quote, "To set foot on Petty's campus is to see Tommy in action. We're just so lucky to have him in this community," unquote. A devoted coach, a reliable coworker, and beloved member of the community, Tommy Mineski's contributions to Petty have been invaluable. And in recognition of this distinguished service, please join me in congratulating this year's John Green and Allison Zader Award winner, Tom Mineski. The Finn M.W. Casperson Above and Beyond Award is presented to that member of the faculty who consistently demonstrates support for the student body above and beyond the expectation of an already committed faculty of the school, and is made from a group of nominees presented by parents after solicitation from the PPA. So we gather a wide group and then decide who will be this year's honoree from that group. This year's Casperson Award goes to a member of the community whose unflagging energy, creative genius, and unimaginable tempo have brought both programmatic and physical change to this community and campus, respectively. Day in and day out, this person begins and ends the day, parentheses, which stretches into the evening far more than duty calls, end parentheses, in classes, small group meetings with colleagues, small sessions with fellow artists, attending student performances, presentations, and competitions, as well as committee meetings on school-wide issues. He is an excellent teacher, department leader, and collaborator. Also an excellent advisor, one advisee parent wrote, quote, of his genuine passion for teaching and music and the heartfelt attention he gives to each of his students, unquote. Another said, quote, his dedication creates an inspiring and supportive environment that truly makes a difference. His advisory is a highlight of my daughter's day, and she says it is for all of his advisees, unquote. In the most enduring physical project of his tenure so far, he led the thinking process which brought us plans that excited donors, that led to the vast arts expansion and renovation which was completed in the fall of 2022. For his selfless dedication to his students, to their art, and to the collective success of his colleagues, the Casperson Above and Beyond Award is given to Alan Michaels.
I have two awards. The Dr. Wilbur Eddy Saunders Society Award for Excellence in Classroom Teaching. This award is given by the class of 1947 to commemorate their 50th reunion and to honor Dr. Wilbur Saunders, Petty's revered headmaster from 1935 to 1949, whose leadership, integrity, strength of character, and generosity of spirit was an inspiration to students and faculty. So much has already been said and celebrated about this year's recipient. Kathy Watkins arrived at Petty in 1989, several years before the Annenberg gift, a gift that ultimately enabled talented teachers like Kathy to transform Petty. And she did just that. Kathy championed the arts throughout her teaching career, all of it spent here at Petty. She influenced aspiring artists and lovers of art, and that influence will be felt far into the future by her colleagues and by the thousands of students she has taught. As a teacher, Kathy made her arts classroom a magical, imaginative space where students can, for a class period, lose themselves in their craft. As a department chair, Kathy asserted the place of the arts in Petty's core curriculum, recognizing the critical lessons the visual arts, music, and theater teach. At a time when education has become increasingly transactional and speed a prized commodity, the arts teach us to practice patience so that we can see, hear, and touch the beautiful and the fleeting in our lives. In short, Kathy helps students understand and express what it is to be human. That's no small achievement. Thankfully, Kathy and Paul stayed in our town for 36 years. For their loyalty to and love for Petty, we are forever grateful. Thank you to the class of 2025 for acknowledging the profound contributions of this year's Saunders recipient, Kathy Watkins. That's hard. Next prize is a simpler one. The Morris G. Fredman Prize, endowed by Morris G. Fredman, class of 1909, and awarded to the two seniors having the highest academic standing. Junting Justin Wang, valedictorian, and Sarah Tong, salutatorian.
The Matthew R. Weiner Class of 1998 Award. This award is presented to that Petty senior whose integrity, determination, compassion, leadership, and courage epitomize his or her ambitious pursuit for excellence in scholarship, in athletics, and in life. And before I read the citation, let me pause because I should have explained that the following awards, this award and the following 5, are all reached by vote of the faculty in general through a long process of nomination and consideration. So I'm making these awards on behalf of the faculty to these seniors. This year's Weiner Award winner stands out despite the fact that she is almost always in a crouched athletic stance. As a captain of 3 varsity teams and one of Petty's most visible leaders on campus, she is hard to overlook. The youngest of 3 siblings to attend Petty, she is a stellar defender in both field hockey and basketball, but her defense is at its very best behind the plate on the Petty softball diamond. She would describe herself as, quote, an accidental catcher, but make no mistake, she is the backstop that anchored our team both on and off the field. It is this, her position facing all the others, that allows her to see things others do not. And this has made all the difference in her Petty career, both in the classroom and throughout the community. Her humility, dedication, and generosity extend far beyond her athletic accomplishments. In addition to her demanding athletic schedule, she is an exceptionally committed student and a relentlessly involved member of the Petty community with academic interests that are both broad and deep and underscored by her passion for scientific research. In addition to her academic and athletic achievements, she is a devoted leader of numerous clubs and service organizations at Petty. As co-vice president for the Unified Sports Club, she plans inclusive events for athletes with special needs, bringing together volunteers and participants. As a day student prefect, she provided guidance and support to a cohort of freshmen as they transitioned to high school life. As co-president of the Women in STEM Club, she has organized school-wide events that celebrate female contributions to scientific fields and encourage younger girls to explore the STEM world. It is clear that the skills she learned on the athletic fields have translated seamlessly into her roles as a scholar, a scientist, and a leader. For these reasons and so many more, the winners of this year's Matthew R. Weiner Award is Sarah Nadelman. The Dr. Henry Kissinger Award for Citizenship and Diplomacy was established by the Helfet family in honor of Dr. Kissinger. This prize is awarded to that senior who, during his or her tenure at Petty, has demonstrated a mature sense of citizenship and diplomacy, advancing understanding throughout the Petty community. This year's Kissinger Award winner will be remembered as much for his exuberant hello as for his impressive academic acumen. Rather reserved upon his arrival in Hightstown, he has blossomed into one of the most beloved figures in our community, not simply among his peers, but also by the adults who engage with him in any context. He cares deeply about those around him, their stories, their well-being, their belief that they truly matter, and he does not hesitate to communicate that genuine concern for his classmates and teachers, his teammates and coaches, and the entire Petty family. His teachers across all disciplines, hail his impressive combination of superior intellect and deep, genuine interest in the learning process. While he has demonstrated clear strengths in every content area, his passion lies with the humanities. As a member of the creative writing signature experience, he has focused on producing original compositions during his junior and senior years, while also providing leadership for writing-related activities on campus. A history buff, he has been known to produce obscure history facts and apply them to nearly any situation. Regardless of the topic, his love of learning improved the experience for everyone in his classes. His success as a runner, and part of the reason his teammates elected him captain this fall, stems from his willingness to try and try again when faced with opportunities and challenges. As a rare three-sport varsity athlete, cross country, indoor track, and outdoor track, he trains 6 days a week and is an integral contributor to all three of those teams. Selected by the faculty, he is one of only a few students to be nominated for and participate as a Writing Center Fellow and a Math Center Fellow. And as a longtime clarinet player, has participated in numerous music ensembles. Authentically effervescent in his approach to learning and his love for Petty, his joyfulness has been felt far and wide. And we are pleased to present the Dr. Henry Kissinger Award for Citizenship and Diplomacy to Matt Luo. The Ingersoll Honor Prize was established by John Camel, class of 1916, a cup awarded to that student who has shown the greatest development and improvement while at Petty. The mission statement of Petty declares, quote, "We challenge our students to reach beyond their expectations and to define success by the progress they make," unquote. In the opinion of Petty's faculty, this year's Ingersoll Prize winner has worked hard over the past 4 years to become the best version of himself. Petty's cross-country program was an unexpected source of confidence and joy for him. A 3-year runner with the program, cross-country started as a requirement to fulfill after a broken arm and some encouragement from his mentors led him to trade in cleats for spikes. However, this check-the-box activity soon became a passion and source of pride, and he discovered the enjoyment of doing difficult things like running during his lunch break each day of the summer between sophomore and junior year. From competing as a novice runner as a sophomore to winning his first race this fall, his resilience and tenacity was on full display in every practice and every day on the course. His diligence in cross-country and on the track reflected his commitment to self-improvement in all aspects of his life at Petty, and as his physics teacher commended his determination in the classroom, and his English teacher lauded the strength of his written logic. His dedication to and his gratefulness for this school, for the school he has always known, has brought him success and earned him great respect and admiration from his peers and teachers. I'm pleased to present this year's Ingersoll Honor Prize to James Hemnett. The Walter H. Annenberg Honor Award is a plaque retained at the school and a cup awarded to that student exemplifying the greatest devotion and service to Petty. As the youngest, almost, alum in a family filled with exceptional Falcon graduates, this year's Annenberg Honor Award winner stands out, and that is saying a lot considering the amazing achievements recorded in our school's history by those family members who have come before her. Through her academic choices, commitment to service, and dedication to 3 varsity sports, she has demonstrated a rare blend of talent, focus, and generosity. Her impact on the Petty community is nothing short of remarkable. A scholar athlete who challenges herself intellectually across a wide range of subjects, she consistently brings her best to each class. Her academic interests are wide-ranging and driven by a natural curiosity that enhances each subject she studies. She is especially fascinated by genetics and biotechnology and worked last summer at Penn Medicine's lab as part of her EXP research experience, during which she investigated the molecular underpinnings of hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, the most common congenital heart condition. Her love of literature and textual analysis has also been apparent in her humanities classes, where she eagerly engages in discussions and excels in writing. Outside the classroom, she has demonstrated outstanding leadership and commitment through her excellence in athletics. Being on 3 varsity teams requires an extraordinary time commitment, and her example on the soccer, basketball, and golf teams has been both impactful and inspiring to her peers. Alongside her athletic pursuits, she is a co-founder of the chess club and a day student prefect where she mentors younger peers. Her work as a Writing Center Fellow stands as yet another example of her dedication to helping others succeed. But perhaps her most meaningful contribution has been as the founder and president of the Unified Club, a service organization dedicated to connecting Petty students with people with special needs and younger children in the community through sports and arts. What truly makes her stand out, however, is the humility and spirit she brings to all that she does. In every setting, her quiet strength and selflessness shine through, inspiring those around her to join in. This year's Walter H. Annenberg Honor Award goes to Lexi Loughran. The Parents Association John Green Prize, endowed by the Parents Association to honor John Green, Petty's 15th head of school. The John Green Prize is awarded to that member of the senior class who excels in sportsmanship, conduct, scholarship, and character. This student's involvement in the academic, athletic, and artistic realms of our school has made him a bit of a Renaissance man here. Awarded a Potter Scholarship as an incoming 9th grader, he was recognized for his outstanding character combined with an extraordinary academic record. Over his past 4 years here, he has more than fulfilled that promise. He has welcomed others to strive for their own personal best. This student has been known to stay behind after class to ask his teachers how they were doing, a practice that reflects his caring, kind, and considerate nature. His STEM research teacher captured his generous spirit perfectly, noting that he is, quote, thoughtful in every sense of the word, unquote. But his 10th grade math teacher may have put it best, quote, every teacher dreams of having a student like him in their section because he changes the dynamic of the class for the better, unquote. His leadership has extended beyond the classroom as well, most notably through his 2 years of service as captain of the varsity wrestling team. During his time in the wrestling room, Petty's squad has grown considerably, and he has worked to cultivate a welcoming, supportive team culture while also pursuing his own goals on the mat. After starring in the spring play Peter and the Starcatcher, he made the difficult decision to transition away from football and deepen his involvement with Petty's theater department, building a foundation that saw him appear in several other shows, perform in Petty's declamation contest, speaking contest, and take part in our honors theater ensemble. Always one to welcome newcomers and strengthen others' sense of belonging, he has welcomed prospective students and families as a head tour guide and student ambassador for the Petty Admissions Office. He cares deeply, not simply about his own education, but about the well-being of everyone around him. He is an outstanding student and an exemplary member of our community, and an even better person. He has given so much to Petty, and we are profoundly grateful for his contributions to every aspect of school life. This year's winner of the Parents Association John Green Prize is Connor Polizak. And this is the last prize. This is the Wyckoff Honor Prize. It is a cup endowed by the family of William W. Wyckoff, class of 1895, in his memory to that member of the senior class who has completed the work of the junior and senior years at the school, and who, in the judgment of the faculty, unites in the highest degree the three most important elements of success: ability, character, and attainment. It is the wish of the donor that this prize shall be awarded to a student of moral integrity, high rank in scholarship, and the natural qualities that warrant future success. The student shall also show a marked spirit of loyalty to the best traditions of the school. This is the school's highest prize. This year's Wyckoff Honor Prize is one of the most visible, this year's Wyckoff Honor Prize awardee is one of the most visible members of our community, whether she is running for sport or for fun, or making her short commute between home and the school over the Petty Bridge. Fueled by the importance of education that her first teachers, her parents, instilled in her, she has made the most of the opportunities that Petty has provided and demonstrated the impressive ability to connect with just about any person, anywhere, and at any time. She is perceptive, empathetic, and civic-minded, and peers of all backgrounds gravitate to her. These characteristics shine through in everything she does, from the cross-country course to the classroom to her role in our school's highest leadership position, student body co-president. Over 4 years, her coaches witnessed her ability to advocate for her teammates and herself. As a three-year varsity cross-country captain and 2-year captain of both the indoor and outdoor track and field teams, her combination of leadership and athletic excellence stand out as exceptional and have made her one of the strongest runners in the Mid-Atlantic Prep League, Maple. With teammates and opponents alike, she approaches her interactions with a thoughtfulness that belies her years and that translates into her wide variety of initiatives on campus. Academically, she has continually worked to challenge herself as she relishes the pursuit of knowledge. She did not simply take AP Calculus BC and AP Statistics as a junior, one of only a few students to do so. She employed a dedicated, emotionally invested, and disciplined approach that left a lasting impression on both teachers. Her BC Calc teacher noted that she consistently displays a combination of intelligence and motivation that reflect a genuine enthusiasm for learning and a thoughtful approach to her studies. Conscientious and enthusiastic about literature and history as well, she has proven to be a dynamic and positive force in her humanities classes, asking questions in a way that reflect her curiosity and capacity for critical thinking. Those efforts led her history teacher to call her one of the leading voices in class discussions. Her diligence as a member of Petty's EXP Research Science Signature Experience program gave her a strong foundation for the contributions she made last summer at UPenn's Tabunzing Lab, where she conducted experiments connected to the immune system's defense mechanisms against pathogens. Her efforts earned her co-authorship of a manuscript connected to that research. This student's servant leadership stands at the heart of the school's mission, and she has actively pursued that standard in all aspects of her life at Petty. Her honors physics teacher put it best: she is a wonderful example to her peers as someone who works hard, earns strong grades, and enjoys the experience. Without a doubt, she is quite literally one of the best that Petty has to offer, and our school will certainly miss her presence next year. It is my distinct honor today to award this year's Wyckoff Honor Prize to Matilda Kardashian. Well, here we go. Are you ready? We're going to arrange ourselves briefly, and then Mr. Davidson will lead the presentation of the diplomas.
Peter, you're here in front. Yeah. Alexander Beck Nadell. Maggie Kendall Blakely. Jasmine Bogenreef. Ian Borges Angustia. Sophie May Botwood. Kohana Josephine Brown. Aisha Caban. Courtney Kane. Danae Elise Carvajal. Noel Cha. Rhea Chow. Hiri Irene Chun. Tianyun Chun. Selena Junqueira Chevres. Keaton Sheehan. Arjun Chityala. Eric Dongu Cho. Ava Choi. William Choi. Jelani Sine. Emily Grace Crehan. Yaneli Lorena Caro de Leon. Christopher Jordan Chanel Denson. Sophia Francine DeCola. Emily Elizabeth DeVenti. Sarah Elizabeth Drake. Yassine El Hosseini. Isabel Fabian. Brian Fan. Lue Fang. Claire Isabel Fisher. Aubrey Rochelle Frosch. Ryan Gangyuli. Parker King Hamilton. James Hamnett. Philip Hahn. Ananya Hari. Amanda Carol Harmon. Mia Hart. Austin Matthew Hayden. Margaret Hoffman. Jaibao William Hu. Eric Huang. Jace Ingenito. Landon Jovan Jefferson. Ella Jang.
Go, Ella. 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 Go, Ella.
Imani Nicole Jones. Matthew Clark Junyoung Jung. Matilda Kardashi. Rayan Aslam Khan. Aiden Kim. Jane Kim. Junki Kim. Ben Kim. Nathan Kim. Shri Lakamraju. Eliza Ann Lamar. Jua Lee. Katrina Eleanor Lee. Yao Chun Lee. Sean Lee. Kayla Lindsay. Carolina Lopez Watt. Alexandra Lochran. Matthew Seaman Lua. John Daniel Maltez. Akarsh Mamawala. Molly Glenna McClellan. Nakari Deuce McFarland. Ane Mehta. Ava Curry Middleton. Kayan Nasir Mims. Lena Mirchandani. Ryan Moe. Sarah Ann Nadelman. Jonathan Navarrete. Han Wayan. Jacqueline Sora O. Adekunle David Olani. Molly Olds. Eva Oyang. Dylan Patel. Josh Patel. Shantanu Pawale. Connor Jason Paulzak. Owen Peepsack. Baker Pott. Arin Puri. Eric Chi. Daniel Q. James Radigan. Sarah Radigan. Julian Ryla. Elizabeth Yue Rao. Aryan Balaji Reddy. Sophia Jane Romanelli. Chloe Anna Salapatis. Rishi Ranjan Seth. Rishi Singh Shaw. Christiana Caral Salada. Simisola Soimimo. Tamia Stafford. Jonathan Tegan Stewart. Anjali Sudarshan. Rishi Swaminathan. Matthew Titai. Anya Tolot. Veronica Marie Tonelli. Sarah Tong. Rasham Trainer. Cece Traub. John Trojan. Brooke Mary Truslow. Julia Ann Ulrich. Antoinette Jade Oy. Aaron Yuseong Wang. Andy Wang. Juntin Justin Wong. Sarah Wang. Braden Reed. Evan Shu. Yuhan Nancy Shui. Andrew Huang Yang. James Yang. Ethan Yang. Junshin Cece Yang. Leon Zhao. Ivy Ishwan Shao.
The class of 2025.
And congratulations to all of the class of 2025, your families. I'm dating myself. Your families, your friends, all of your supporters. As you know, this is Peter's last commencement ceremony as Petty's 16th head of school. So before Mark leads us in the alma mater, I thought it both fitting and proper just to take a moment here to recognize Peter for his outstanding leadership and accomplishments during the past 12 years, and indeed his 22 years of commitment and devotion to Petty and its mission, promoting curiosity, character, and excitement, and the highest quality of citizenship. Peter and Mary Ann, as you depart the campus, the legacy of the Quinn era is firmly intact. On behalf of your Board of Trustees and the entire Petty community, we are deeply grateful. We wish you Godspeed and good fortune in life's journey as you continue anew. Alla Viva.
Save us, Onion, save us.
I ask that we prepare for song. On the back of today's program are the lyrics to the Petty School alma mater. This day is a blessing. Let it continue to follow all of us as we go forward from this place, continuing to be a blessing to one another. Amen.